9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and away we go. Let's start off at the house. 20 bucks, okay. Hello YouTube audience. For your benefit here, this is a teeny tiny race group. Only 3 people joined this week, which is a little unusual, but you know, take it, sure, why not? Check that tree pull. Oh, look at all that money. I'm definitely going to grab that full magic. Okay, we're already up to 100 bucks. My gosh, that's bottle money right there. Don't grab the wall. 50 bucks. That's another... Well, that's bombs if I need them. Oh, ran right into that one. Never mind, I definitely don't need bombs. Okay. I've killed one more guard. Is 1 enough for the tree pull? I don't think 1's enough for the tree pull. 1 is enough for the tree pull. Lol. This is stupid. This is so stupid. But I'm right here, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do it again, though. 311 rupees is plenty. For the time being. Okay, let's go off to the sanctuary, see what we get in the chest up here. Ether. It is 1 of 6 items from Hyrule Castle. 5 remain. We're going to run to town now. With a slight detour north, check the Bonk Rocks. And also the 2 items in the woods. Bonk Rocks has a sword. Very nice. Sword means our foot race game is going to be a little easier to do. Yes, I'm doing it again. Can you blame me? I need 600 rupees for Light World stuff. Single rupees? I am not wasting my time picking up dollars. Oh no, it's an Aghanim seed. Okay, well, we are aware of that. So that's news I can use. Okay. Moon Pearl is absolutely essential for beating this game. See, oh, bug net? Yeah, why not? I might need it for fighting Aghanim. I don't need it for fighting Aghanim. But it can be useful. More bombs! Okay, I definitely do not need the safety bomb then. We'll just be going straight to town. Take a little damage from the bird, whatever. It's fine. Okay, first stop, Blind's Hut. Should be pretty easy. Just drop a bomb at the north wall and then go push these blocks around. Heart piece. 10 arrows. 20 bucks. And the lamp. Okay, well, finding a lamp early is good. It's required for Aghanim. Heart piece, okay. A little more money. I will say I do enjoy this character's design. This is a fun sprite. 300 bucks. Okay. We are set for money, I believe. Yeah, for the rest of the game. Okay. 20 bucks. There's the mirror. Ice rod. Okay. Somebody had predicted, Taco had predicted in the race room that Magic Bat was going to have Ice Rod. Apparently not true. 50 bucks. Okay, I just gave that man $50. Give him 100 and he gives you back 50. What did I get out of it? Absolutely nothing. Still got the chicken clip. Oh, he's passed well into the great beyond. $1. Okay, well, chicken lady, have fun repairing the hole in your wall. Maybe it's currency exchange. Could be. Ooh, flippers. Well, that's interesting. We got here, 50 bucks. I am officially over money now, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, fun little witch hat on a little magic character here. Who doesn't like that aesthetic? Bombs, maybe I'll grab those. They might be useful. Okay, save and quit back to the house. We are going to do South Shore. I do not want to do Hyrule Castle right now. I mean, I could. It wouldn't be a challenge, but I should save that for when I get either the Master Sword or the Cape, so I can loop in the Aghanim stuff. Also, what am I looking at here? All crystals. Okay. Can't do any of them. Well, I can't finish any of them, rather. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? 20 bucks. Okay. I was about to push those blocks all normal style, forgetting I had the mirror. Ooh, the hook shot. We love finding hook shot early. Gonna make Mini Moldorm Cave so much easier. Stun prize is a bomb. Alright, well, we're set for bombs too then. Wow. Okay, okay. Let's behave here, fellas. Let's stay safely out of their way. Bombs. 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Master Sword. And bombs. Okay, well. That's Aghanim requirements right there. I guess we'll be heading that way. Please, I just want some health. I'm like, this dash is dangerous. Okay, there we go. The crabs are still deadly. I'm gonna duck in here real quick and grab a fairy from the fairy fountain. Because I do not want to die. Absolutely stupid, asinine detour. Sadly required. Also, I can set up my fake flippers on my way out of here. Heart piece, or heart container rather. The full deal. 4 health now. Good to know. Alright. If I dash down here at an angle, it does not activate the fake the water walking technique. Since I have the flippers, I can swim. And then when I jump off of that waterfall, I get to run on the water. Which makes sense, this character, I believe, doesn't really have legs. She seemed like she floated. 300 bucks. Okay, I don't need that. Let's check what the fella under the bridge has. He has bombs. Okay. Sure. Given my knowledge of Nintendo products and the way the fandom reacts and, you know, character archetypes and whatnot, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that at least one person has drawn art of this character kissing Vivian from Paper Mario. It has to have happened. Two floaty witchy ladies? From Nintendo games? Exactly, and if there's one thing Nintendo games lean on, it's cute. 20 bucks and 20 bucks. Alright. Okay, dashing up through this stuff. That is, Normally I would say that's not really worth the trip, but I only have 4 health, so maybe it'll be worth the trip. Alright, Zora gives me something. Let's find out what it is. 50 bucks. Alright, I paid him 450 bucks. He learned from the bottle vendor how to rip me off. Bonk. Okay, a silly idea, but here we go. You know what? It's a very silly idea, because what I should be doing is Hyrule Castle. Off we go. Absolutely bizarre situation where I am saying I need to go do Hyrule Castle, but it is where I need to go. Progress is locked behind it. I don't have Dark World access, but I will after fighting Aghanim. I'll be able to go get the Moon Pearl. It'll be fine. I'm going to do the escape sequence first. It's because, you know, I may as well loop it all in at the same time, you know? Bombs. Okay, that's 2 items out of Hyrule Castle. As stated previously, there are 6 in total. No railings, of course, means one of those guards just accidentally walked off to his death. I didn't even want to kill that guy. He got in my way. Map. Okay, we are still at 2 items. I was about to say I don't have anything that uses the magic meter, but I totally do. I have the ice rod, and I have, what was it, ether medallion? I have all the ice magic. Yeah. And the lamp, I suppose, can use magic as well. Ten bombs. That's 3 items out of Hyrule Castle. Which means the rest are all in the back. Probably in the very back. I'm gonna get them because you never know, they might be something required. And as I am often finding myself saying, there will never be a better time to do this than now. This will be a key, I'm sure. No! Okay. I can't get the other things. The other things, of course, are 2 more items, I believe? Yeah. So there's 2 more items in the actual back of Escape. Once I find a glove, I can just warp over to the sanctuary and jump down from there. I don't have anything to fast kill these guys. There we go. Have to do. That is an easy enough to line up key dash. Guard, please. God, I watched part of the new episode of Versus Wolves earlier today. Because I was only really interested in one of the segments. The 2 things that they watched were the 1999 Hunter x Hunter OVA and Wooly had to read Homestuck. They both had to read Homestuck. Because while John challenged Wooly to watch it, to read it. John had never read it himself, so he was like, I guess I gotta do this too. Weird. Okay. Power container requires a bomb. That could be several things. Gentlemen, please. Homestuck, of course, is quite long, but I kind of expected them to get farther in than they did. Like, they're over here talking about the troll characters as mysterious because they hadn't met them yet by the time they stopped reading, and I'm like, oh no, they didn't even get to having trolls in the thing. That's like the Homestuck thing. So the comments are all full of that. Yeah, they stopped after Act 4. Like, they made it through Act 4, and then they were like, Act 5 is really long. Act 5 is as long as the rest of what they'd read so far put together. And I'm like, yeah, but that's where everything happens. They missed the animated sequence that brought down Newgrounds. That's weird to think about. It's still weird to think about. I'm like, I didn't even finish the comic, but like, yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, no, we were like reading, and then like we would get to like sections about like Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff, or like, you know, Problem Sleuth stuff. And we were like, oh, I didn't realize that this wasn't related to the comic. And I'm like, it's related to the comic, you just don't know yet, because you stopped way early. So I'm hopeful that they will come back and revisit, and actually be like, okay, shit gets real, because the bulk of the discussion about it was like revolving around, hey, these are some zany inventory systems these folks have. That's kind of fun. It's like a video game. I'm like, yeah, it is like a video game, that's the thing, but like, obviously more happens later. If I recall correctly, that was like one of the jokes that they did for like the second set of kids. They were like, oh, you've never heard of a captcha log system. You just pick the thing up like with your hands. they were like, alright, we're not going to do those jokes anymore. Alright, we are... Ooh! Okay, so when I googled this character, this was one of the images that came up on the site. This is totally the character's soul. Also, I can't do shit in soul form. Luckily, I have the mirror, so I can get out of here if need be. In fact, there's not really any purpose to not pop back out. Alright. Since I'm in the area, I'm also going to check what's going on in the back of Sahasrah's hut, because there's 3 items there. I'd get my hands on those. And these folks need to get out of my way. Sahasrah, where's the green pendant? Misery Mire! I don't like doing that dungeon. So hopefully I don't need to do that dungeon. Heart piece. The hammer. And 20 bucks. Okay. Well, heart piece... Hammer's a big deal. It doesn't get me into the Dark World yet, but it's one step towards it. I just need 1 glove now, and I have Dark World access to, Well, actually, I have Dark World access. It's just, you know... Oh, actually, that hammer is super useful, now that I think about it. If I use the castle gate to get Dark World access, I can use the hammer to get to parts of the world that I couldn't get to otherwise. Yeah, no, this is good. Bonk that tree and jump into the hole. I swear, those 2 guys must have been the world's shittiest, like, lumberjacks. If they're able to cut down a tree and not realize until after they're through it that it's hollow. Okay. I'm curious about something. I'm gonna go check it out. I want to see what is going on in the desert. There is 1 item I can get readily, and I'll be able to scope out what's going on with Desert Ledge. I am gonna have to do the desert eventually. Yeah, it's funny though, because they only touched the first 4 acts of Homestuck, obviously they got a very incomplete picture of what the thing is about. And like what goes on. So they justifiably ranked the first 4 acts of Homestuck at like number 41 on their Pantheon of Greatness, they call it. So it's below Cyber 6, but it is above the 90s Shining TV series. So that's something. Alright, save and quit. Back to the house. Yeah, 90s Shining TV series. I will say, if I don't... Well, here's the problem, is they're really only watching, like, pretty... Well, they're not watching only pretty good stuff. They did watch a season of The New Simpsons, which went, I believe, down at the very bottom. I'm going the wrong way again. Oh my gosh. I am chattering myself into losing time. That guy needs to get off my ass. And they typically, you know, only deal with things that they like, is the thing. Although there was that time when John did ask Wooly to watch New Simpsons. And it was bad. He was like, watch the newest season of The Simpsons. And he's like, alright, it's gonna suck. And it did. Hammer will come in handy there. And after I deal with the catfish... Well, see, here's the thing, is John had reported, I can't go get the catfish. I can't lift that rock. Alright. The good news is I can swim back when I'm done over here. Hey, what's going on in this dark world anyway? Oh, God. Alright. I should be doing Swamp Palace is what I ought to be doing. Oh well, there is a lot of checks over in this direction. So this is not the worst idea. Ow. Swamp Palace is kind of a one-off. Wait, no, Hype Cave's over there. It's hard to say. I'm probably doing silly. 20 bucks. Alright. Oh my god, 20 bucks. That would have been the boots. Boots can't be in there. This would have been a no boot seat if I hadn't started with boots. Well, that's just mean. See, when you adjust the boots to be in the seed, it replaces them with the 20 rupee item. Like that. And it's the only 20 rupee item in the game. Bombs. Alright. So I know that that would have been the boots. And you need the boots to get that chest, so that's not fair at all. Wow. I will say it'll be interesting to see if they ever watch anything that will unseat the #1 item in the Pantheon of Greatness. It's been there the whole time. I think the #1 rated thing by both Wooly and Eyepatch Wolf is Berserk. What's going on up here? Bombs. I don't need those. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it's fucking Berserk. Oh my god. It's a big deal. And they were up to like 44 things on the list? I need to talk to you before I open these boxes. Arrows and 100 rupees. Alright. Made money on that one. Oh, there's Servo saying that he's gonna async. Popped into the race room just for that. Okay, well. 50 bucks. Alright. Town strat is looking bad. Yeah, and next week is going to be absolutely bananas. Not next week, next month. I'm going to be quite curious to see what happens. Yeah, I'll go in here, why not? This is so stupid. Hello, Pendant Dungeon, here I am. Compass. I'll grab the first 4 chests because they're pretty quick to get your hands on. Big key. Oh my god. I'm gonna get all the dungeon items from the first 4 chests, aren't I? If I survive. Oh my god. Don't die me. The map. Oh no, I am gonna get all the dungeon items from the first 4 chests. Oh! Oh! Okay. That was essential. That actually worked out in my favor. Jesus Christ. I can come back into the Dark World through the back of the village now if need be. That's great. Oh my god. Alright, let's go digging. Yeah, next month's episode, they're going to be dealing with a very hot property at the moment. People have been talking about it. I've seen a whole lot of discourse. Wooly was challenged to watch, in its entirety, The Amazing Digital Circus, which I have also not watched, so it's going to go on my list of things to get through, so I can actually, like, watch it without spoilers. I was hoping for health. It was so funny because, like, it was almost like Wooly knew what was going to happen because he had it all on a USB stick right in front of him. And he had a couple of the action figures, and John was like, "Why do you have those?" And he's like, "I don't know. Let's go watch it." Like, I feel a best case scenario is getting recommended something you were already going to watch. You know? Oh, I can get health in here. I don't care about those arrows, though. Alright, we're just gonna run out of here. We'll go up and around. It's safer. Yeah, so one of them has to do the Amazing Digital Circus, and Wooly challenged John to read the Bible. Just do a book report on the Bible. Ooh, shovel. That would have been useful. Going the other way. $5, 20 bucks. Empty bottle. 10 bucks. Yeah, no. Bibble sounds like a bad time. It is... There's a lot of it that's just a slog, you know? If I was John... No, it would be so funny if John was like, "I won't be partaking in this because this has divided my country enough as it is." Just really lean into the Irish. He can get away with it. I'm reminded of all the times, like, when he challenged Wooly to watch the Leprechaun movies. And he did it specifically so that he could catch Wooly making the Leprechaun accent. Springwell behind Ridley. Just he starts doing it, and John's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's with that accent, Wooly?" Oh, I could have used that heart. Okay, I'll grab it on the way back out. Big key! Okay. I'm not going to grab that heart on the way back out, apparently. Ow. Yeah, no, John... Oh my god. John plays such a fantastic shitheel. I love it. Hello, welcome on in. You haven't missed much. We have a teeny tiny race room tonight. I'm playing as, Drala or something like that. She's a Kirby character. Also, I did a bad job of counting items again. Okay, first chest was big keys, so that's one item right there, the cape. Cape is very nice. 20 bucks, that's 2 items. I'm gonna go into the back. I'm just gonna pretend like the rest of the dungeon... Yeah. There's 2 items on the left side, for the time being, I will pretend like they are the map and the compass. Yeah. If they are, then I don't need to come back in for them. If I find the map and the compass, then I need to come back in and get those two things. Which will be fine if I do, you know? Okay, moment of truth. 2 chests down here. 300 bucks. And compass. Okay, that is 1 item on the left side. What I'm really going to be curious about next month is if they rank the Bible above or below Homestuck. The first 4 acts of it, at least. I'll take that hit. Alright, second time tonight we're going to be shaving an eyeball. I know Wooly has had a lot of success with, like, retelling Bible stories to Matt and Pat on the Ye Olde podcast. Go, fella, go! No, come back down. There we go. Okay. Map. Dang it. Okay, 2 items on left side. We're going back in. 2 items is worth coming back for. I got Bible coloring book reaction images to share. Oh, man. I suspect... Is that the source of the he hated them for speaking the truth? And it's just like the angry Pharisees going, shut up. Very popular reaction image on the Tumblr. Not that one? Dang. Was that a chick tract? Oh man, that also makes sense. God, somebody... Back when I still worked retail, somebody actually handed me one of those things. I was like, excuse me? I'm like, I am doing a job. I am handling your food, sir. You are taking a huge risk there, my dude. Oh, I don't have. Do not have the red cane, and I do not know how to use the bombs to do the trick. So, playing it safe. Except I don't need that key because I already stole one from the back. So actually it would have been fine. Whatever. Alright, okay, we gotta go around the long way. Which is fine. Honestly, the long way isn't that long. Welcome to the long way. That was it. It's really not that much longer. Huh. It's funny, I uploaded 4 episodes of Fallout New Vegas to YouTube earlier today. I'll take that. And I have 4 episodes of the next thing I'm doing after DuckTales basically ready to render. I need to actually edit some assets for the video, though. Okay, we got the Bloomerang and a little health. Alright. Let's get out of here. Okay, well, we got the shovel. Guess we'll go put that shovel to good use. I know that the cape isn't anything I need. Oh, Bottle Kid maybe, though. Stumpy, did I talk to you? I did. Okay, you're a tree. $5. I'm not even picking that up. Why did I go back into the dark world? Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Portal here. Oh, hi, guard. Okay, let's see what the sick kid has. I mean, I actually have mountain access now, so that should also be something I do. And also the back of escape. Ooh, Bombos. Possibly a big deal. I can use that to do Ice Palace. Excuse me. Okay. What are my last 2 items from Hyrule Castle? Small key, $20, and heart piece. Okay, well, that brings us up to exactly 1,000 rupees. Well, that's interesting. Alright, Zelda gives me health, and away we go. As stated previously, we have the ability to go up the mountain now. So, I think we'll go up the mountain. $1,001. Okay. Alright, dashing in the cave is not usually worthwhile. 1, if the old man is following you, you're slow. 2, it's tight spaces. There's a reason why you don't go jogging in caves, you know? We could do Tower of Hera, actually. Yeah. Since we have both the hammer and the hook shot, we also have the ability to do both sides of Death Mountain. So that'll be nice. Yeah, we'll do Tower of Hera, I'll check Spectacle Rock, both inside and outside. Outside is Quake, I guess I'll grab that. And inside is 300 rupees. I certainly don't care about 300 rupees. So off we go to the Dark World. Right here. God, I also have the ability to do Spike Cave. None of those bushes had a fairy. Normally one of those bushes would have a fairy. Alright, let's see what we get in here. We get Compass. I don't care about that. Shield is in Super Bunny Cave. Well, that's a very straightforward hint. Small key. Alright. I don't like the odds of there not being anything required in the big chest, so I'm going to go ahead and go down here. Alright, we'll stand here for a few minutes and have a drink of water. Yeah, so what I'm doing following DuckTales is I went ahead and did a combo randomizer, so it's Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past combined with Super Metroid. It's been a while since I did an SMZ3, as they call it, because it's Super Metroid and Zelda 3. Link to the Past, commonly referred to as Zelda 3, because it's the third Zelda game. It's a little self-explanatory, but you never know. Okay. God, I almost ran in there and was like, oh, I don't have any fire. I do have fire, I have lamp. If I can quote Steve Carell, I love lamp. Big key. Of course it is. What else could it be? Okay, let's set this up. Okay. I have an empty bottle. I would be a fool not to put a fairy in it just for backup. Alright, 20 bucks. And heart piece. Alright, the treasure in here's junk. The doggo dislikes smoke. Yeah, I dislike this dungeon. I can't even say I dislike this dungeon that much. It just isn't super rewarding. I do enjoy the Haripot glitch, though. Pulling off something so absolutely zany gives me a certain degree of satisfaction. Sir. There, now he's dead. Yeah, but yeah, since it's a map. Alright. Super Metroid, Zelda Randomizer. You get to choose the sprites, as I do here. So both sprites are Samus. Is it ethical to have the Monarch on a Tomodachi Island without Rusty Venture? I mean, they're both grown from the same guy. Kinda need... Alright. The Monarch can survive without Rusty to pester for a period of time. He just needs some sort of substitute in the meantime. I will say, the only thing that Monarch has a worse time without, he can bother the tick. There you go. They're both bug-based. 10 arrows. Alright. We'll be checking Paradox Cave next. The one thing I would say that the Monarch needs more than Rusty is Dr. Girlfriend. Good. Sheila is essential. She thinks he's boring. Well, maybe she thinks he's still in his Shadow Man 9 phase. Heart piece. Magic powder. Ooh, interesting. It might turn around. Yeah. Did you give them both costumed business as their thing they're interested in? 20 bucks. 300 bucks. Another 20 bucks. Not yet. Okay. Full heart container and heart piece. It has to come with time. Oh. I thought you got to like assign... I've not played. So I'm like... I see people be like, oh, this is my... You know, my Walter White me enjoys meth. And I'm like, that seems like something that the player had to put in there. So I assumed it was something that was assigned at creation. Let's see. Oh, half magic over there. Oh man, I want. You just, I'll have her. Oh. You can just make that an island topic. I'll have to pepper in superhero phrases. Like spoon. No health? Alright, well, this is going to be painful. We're going to try it. Alright, I think I'm safe. It sucked. I got a bee in a bottle. Alright. Well, we have all this Dark World access now. Where am I gonna go? I don't have a lot of good options, do I? Okay, I've popped out, so I'm gonna go to the Sanctuary so I can refill my health, and I will run a little more quickly over to Kakariko. I'm gonna check the bottle kid. I'm gonna not the bottle kid. I'm gonna check the magic bat. I'm gonna go into the Dark World. I guess I will finish Thieves Town. I'm like, I can't finish any dungeons right now. Oh my god. Nope, you be dead. Oh, full magic. Don't mind if I do. I swear to God, if there's a second glove in Thieves Town, I'm gonna be annoyed. I need a second glove would get me some problems solved. More likely is the fire rod. I'm gonna come back to that dungeon. I just need to check the magic bat real quick. Alright, magic bat, what do you got for me? Ten arrows. Okay, well, that was worthless. See, I mentioned that in the SMZ3 randomizer that I'm doing, both the sprites that I'm rocking are Samus. I reason it like this. Okay, you know in Terminator, they can't send the machine back in time, they need to encase it in flesh to do that? Because the time machine, for some reason, only works on organic matter. For vague, poorly defined reasons, time travel only works on a living person. Unless you wrap a robot in living person. Then the robot can time travel. For some reason. It's a little weird. That's why the Terminator has the Arnold skin. Is specifically because the time machine wouldn't work otherwise. Oh, blue mail. Oh god, just... That's some colors right there. Well, now I'm excited to see what Stage 3 looks like for this character. Her hair turned bright green. Like, this is beyond... This is beyond, like... Oh, God. She's tropical flavored. Yes! Oh, very much so. Yes, this is beyond lime green. We are straight up in, like, atomic green territory. Bottle. This is straight up the shade of green my warlock used to turn when casting spells back in Mists of Pandaria. R.I.P. Okay, that must be a small key in there. R.I.P. Burning Embers. You were a great piece of character flavor that they decided to get rid of for some reason. Alright, let's fight this guy. Baker's job is a piece of cake. There we go. Speaking of piece of cake. 20 bucks. Oh my god. Okay, well... That's interesting. We got a pendant we didn't need. I presume I don't need it anyway. You never know. This might be a pedestal seed. It was already an Aghanim seed, so why the hell not, right? I'll see if I can find anything useful in Skull Woods, I guess. The first couple of chests I can actually get. Unfortunately, we will not be starting from the back on this Skull Woods encounter. Compass. Alright. I'm gonna walk out. Warp back to the door using the mirror, and then walk over here and jump in this hole. Oh, look at that! The flute! That's one of 2 items that are in this stupid dungeon. This one will be a small key. I will say finding that flute is handy. That said, one more item in there. We'll keep looking. There's only one more chest I can open. Unless I find the big key, and then there are 2 chests I can open. Oh my god. Getting beat up. You know what? Everybody dies. Very. Okay, statue in place. Let's go get the last chest. And it's small key. Alright. The last item is either in the big chest, or it's on the boss, or in that other chest in front of the boss. We are out of options in there. Alright. But we did pick up the flute, so we'll at least go activate that. Part of me wonders if I did the C-shaped house. I'll double check that real quick. I want to say I must have got it, but you're better safe than sorry. Okay, yeah. Alright, well now that we have the flute, we can fast travel. Also... Sneeze! Oh, hello, guard! I should be able to send him through the portal. Alright. Two bees? Give me both of these. Realize I have the ability to lift rocks now, so... Catfish is in logic. That said, I don't have an easy way to get back here in the Dark World. I mean, I do kind of... whatever. I'll do these dungeons here as much as I can. I'll go into the Dark World so I can go to Pod. And I'll also check Eastern while I'm over there. I hope one of them will have a bow. I need a bow to clear both of these dungeons? That was close. If you get hit while you're carrying the monkey around, he runs away. He's a little bit of a coward, that monkey. This is a pendant dungeon, but it has 5 items. Small key. Alright. You know what? Which pendant is this? Red. Ugh. I'm going to check the other dungeon first. Not what I wanted to do. There are 3 items in this dungeon. If one of them is a bow, I can complete the dungeon. Compass. Alright. Correction, if one of them, other than the boss, if the boss drops a bow, I can't get it. That will be my second bow, basically. It will be doomed to be that case. Because you need a bow to get to the boss. Bomb. Bomb. Okay, that's one item. Heart piece. Wah. Okay, what do we got here? There's the big key, alright. Finding the big key makes you want to try the 50-50, but arrows held by someone friendly. That could be Sahasrara. Or it could be the guy in front of Mimic Cave. Or not Mimic Cave, Hype Cave. Okay, the boss has an item. You know what? If it's a bow, and this next chest is a bow, that'll be fine. That is not going to be the case. Ain't no way. God, I watched a video earlier where there's a channel that I'm subscribed to on YouTube where the fella, like, alright, heart piece. Nope, not gonna save and quit. I'm gonna mirror out and go back into Palace of Darkness. There are items in there. There are still 5 items in here. Let's go get them. Anyway, so yeah. YouTube channel that does little quiz things. He gets, like, college students and he asks them quiz questions and, you know, contest. See who knows things and whatnot. Got a small key, so I'm going to go around the other side. Ow. Ugh, fine. We'll do it this way. A couple of people were tasked with naming all 8 countries that end with the letter Y. One of them is a little bit questionable. But I understand why it ends up on all these lists. But yeah, I was thinking about, okay, what are all these countries? Am I going to be able to do this? Oh god, this is going to be risky. Cache is in Swamp Palace. Not anymore, it ain't. Okay. Reset this. See if this worked. It did not. Dang it. Okay. There's a trick that lets you sort of phase those guys through solid matter. And unfortunately, I don't know how to do that version of it, and apparently I also am unable to pull off the bottle trick either to unlock the camera in that room. So, I'm a little bit stuck on that end. There are 2 items that I'm not going to be able to collect unless I find a bow in the back of the dungeon here. We'll see what turns up. Anyway, so I see these people trying to figure out this question. You know, all 8 countries end with the letter Y. And, you know, I'm pretty good at geography. Small key, alright. Go down here, check these out. I got 7 of them, and I was blanking. I'm like, what's number 8? I couldn't think of it. Heart piece, alright. Ooh. Okay, well that helps. Titan's Mitts is a required item. We got the big key, so I'm going to go over here and do this stuff. It was very much my shame. I was able to figure out all of the tricky countries? All the obscure ones? The one that I couldn't figure out, the one that I was like stumped with, that I couldn't remember. Fucking Germany. It's a big deal country. Alright, peace. Are you gonna be a small key over here? I think this has to be a small key. Nope, compass. Alright. Alright, well the good news is we found the Titan's Mitts. So while we can't do anything else in there, we have the Mire Shed area we can check, and we can do Ice Palace. And Dark Death Mountain is also open to us now. I'm gonna scope out Mire Shed. Shouldn't be doing this, but here I am. Oh, wait, no, this isn't a bad play at all, because I need to do Desert Palace. That'll be quick. Ooh, bottle, mushroom, ooh. That means I now have all of the bottles. And most of them... Oh, bombos? I mean, I have all the medallions, okay. My thought process got interrupted. 20 bucks, don't need that. I don't need to do Misery Mire, it is the green pendant. God, I hope I don't need to do Misery Mire. Not exactly a fun dungeon. Were you just bombs? Yeah, you were just bombs. I do not need the bombs. But yes, I have all of the bottles now. I think that's what I was saying. And I said that all of them except for one has blue potion. That actually is incorrect. One of them is empty because I drank the blue potion. Trying to pull off the bottle glitch. Unique item is in plain sight. That was probably the Quake medallion, which I already have. Compass. Alright. Means our big key is going to be over this way. And one item. Let's find out what it is. $1. Oh no. Grab that big key. Head back in and hit the big chest. What will we find in this? I got stuck on sand. What are we going to find in this big chest? We find the map. Sure, why not? Okay. I bonked? And then I got tiled. I was able to do that seamlessly in the warm-up. What happened? Alright, we're just walking it. Okay, so this boss is going to drop an item. I guess I could try to ice rod the boss. Alright, well that didn't work well. Short hop. Get back up here. Bombs! Hooray! I'm looking at my cat. She is a-sleepin'. God. I'm certainly not going to do Misery Mire. That would just be silly. I am going to need the fire rod at some point. Some point soon. Turtle Rock and Skullwoods both require it to complete. Cash is in Dark Village. Yeah, sure. Oh my god. Yeah, no red cane either, so I'm gonna have to do this dungeon all regular style. By regular style, I mean I'm gonna have to do the bomb jump rather than icebreaker. The less ridiculous-looking glitch. There's our big key. Alright. I say it's the less ridiculous-looking glitch, but I don't even know that bomb jump really even counts as a glitch. It's a trick more than anything. Illusions, Michael. Tricks are what hookers do. Oh. It's been a while since I watched Arrested Development. It's a very fun show. Alright, let's line up the legendary Ice Palace bomb jump if we can. I think that's it. Yeah! Frankly, Lucille is correct to not care much for Job. God, now I wonder. I know Michael Cera has been in the Criterion Closet twice now. I'm pretty sure Will Arnett went in once. Oh no, the guy with the hook hand, that was Buster. Job is the one who is the magician, the brother who's made a terrible mistake. Yeah, Will Arnett. Compass, alright. we'll also have to check. Ice-T. Yeah, Will Arnett's been in the Criterion Closet. Michael Cera's been in the Criterion Closet. I wonder how many other Arrested Development cast members have been in the Criterion Closet. I don't think Jason Bateman has been in there. I almost called him Jason Statham, and I'm like, no, that's a different guy. That'd be a very different Arrested Development series. Map. Okay. I also need to go up here and check out... No, that's not the right way. No, maybe this is the right way. Oh, yeah. Alright. I mean, I have the hook shot, so I can do the hook shot room in here. Why not? Bombs requires a bomb. Nice. Yeah, I could see David Cross going in, maybe. He'd have some good comedy insights, I'm sure. I don't remember the name of the guy who played Buster, but he's not doing a lot these days, I don't imagine. He showed up for an episode of Community. That was fun. Yeah, this is the way to go. I didn't want to use that. Stop hopping. Oh no, and I didn't pull the tongue. Bombs. Okay. I don't imagine Jeffrey Tambor would go into the closet. I'm not sure why. He just doesn't strike me as the sort, you know? Small key. Alright. Just go through here and go to the boss. Okay, so the boss is not going to be great. Excuse you. Unless any of these guys... Ooh, magic. You know what? You go ahead. Oh man, I was hoping for more magic. No such luck. Excuse me? I dropped that powder right in its face. I got robbed. Okay. I was about to say, I can't do this, I don't have the red cane. I don't need the red cane for this. You're not supposed to have the red cane here. I almost panicked for no good reason. Okay, we'll just use bombos to crack this guy's shell. I don't think the ice rod does anything to him, but I'll get it ready just in case. Nope, it does not. Come on. There we go. Alright. Officially dead. Give me something. Heart piece. Oh my god. What is going on? Swords? Bows? Anything? Do I have the red crystals now at this point, at least? I have one of them. Where's the other one? Light World. Right. I need a bow for that. Alright, well that means that our bow is not going to be on Pyramid Fairy, at least. Let's do the wealth of checks that are up here. There's a bunch of stuff over on East Death Mountain in the Dark World. We have Super Bunny Cave, we have the Hookshot Cave. I can also open Turtle Rock, I just can't do anything in there, because I don't have the red cane. I have no idea what's going on with this seed. You're a shop, I don't need you. Okay, what do we got here? Heart piece and a shield. That's my first shield. Huh. I got the Titan Smiths. I can do Smith Chain, I suppose. Never know, the blacksmith might actually have something. We never did get a hint tile telling us what's on the purple chest, so that's also something valuable, maybe. Arrows, arrows. There's a bow. Heart piece, okay. Before we go make use of our shiny new bow, I am going to also collect the half magic from up this way. Half magic is too valuable to me to not pick up. Some people would call this frivolous. I, however, recognize half magic as one of the more useful items in the game. Just having a lot of magic is useful to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I appreciate it, though. Alright, we're gonna go over here to number 5, and we're gonna do this dungeon. I still need the red cane. Oh, man. No. You know what? I'm going to assume... I'm going to make an educated wish. Ow. Oh my god. I'm going to make an educated wish and say that the... No. Oh my god. Getting my ass handed to me here. I'm going to hope that I don't need to go back into Pod. I don't want to go back into Pod. I think there's only like 3 or 4 chests in there that I need at this point. Or no, yeah. So, Harmless Hellway I'm pretty sure has to be a small key. Which leaves whatever the boss has. As well as that chest behind that bombable wall that I bombed. And there's one more. I think. Anyway, I'm not going to go there if I can avoid it. I thought you would die. Why did... Your friend was supposed to drop the key. Tell me you have it. Okay. What happened there? How did they reverse positions? I'm confused. That was so strange. Okay, satisfying spin attack. There we go. Alright, let's kill these guys and collect whatever items in here. Alright, you. Heart piece, wow! Well, finding that heart piece means it takes less time for my health to refill at the end of this sequence. We also got both of the red crystals, so now I can collect whatever the Pyramid Fairy has. That's something, I suppose. Still need red cane. I also have the mushroom to turn in. That's a pretty quick check. I can do that after I'm done with this. As this will also be a pretty quick check, but it's for 2 items rather than 1. Give me that. God, I know a friend of mine has had a super strong reaction to the end of The Amazing Digital Circus. So I did not mention to her that it's going to be the subject of next month's Castle Super Beast. Not Castle Super Beast, that's a weekly. Versus Wolves. Alright, let's see what we got here. Shield. Red cane. Oh, the red cane is tempting. Oh my gosh. Okay. God, okay, here's the thing. The red cane gives us entrance to Turtle Rock. By the crystal. Up there. Red cane gives us access to Turtle Rock. But we don't have the fire rod, so we can't beat Turtle Rock. Unless the fire rod is in Turtle Rock. I'm going to assume that the fire rod is not in Turtle Rock. I'm going to go about my business. I'm going to collect the catfish item. I'm going to go do things. I have stuff to do. Blacksmith chain. I'm going to rescue the blacksmith. What do you got for me, catfish? Heart piece. Alright. Not tremendously useful. Still. Thought that rock was going to get me for sure. Right. We're also going to turn in the mushroom. The witch loves having mushroom. I don't know why I switched off of the flute. I'm going to need it to get out of here, too. Bombs. Alright. Say no more, I don't need those. Okay, into the Dark World. We will be rescuing the blacksmith, and we will be taking the purple chest we get for that off to the fella in front of the desert. And also, I guess we'll check the hammer pegs. Zooming so fast. Hello, blacksmith. You coming with me? Trust me, you don't want to be a frog anymore. People constantly be making jokes about how they want to eat your legs. It's actually very insensitive because you are a dwarf. You don't have that much leg to spare. Alright, let's see what they give me. Heart piece. Alright. No, I'm surprised I haven't found the book yet. I'm turning down full heart containers now. I have enough health, I don't really need it. Okay, let's deliver this chest to our friend the locksmith, who is a normal, regular guy. No criminal activity on this fella at all, he's just a dude. With the fire rod. Thank God I didn't go into Turtle Rock. Oh my god. Smith chain. Okay, that's go mode. I don't like my Ganon fight, but we'll see if we find things along the way. Yeah, my god, this Ganon fight is going to suck. I mean, I did it last week, just slightly easier last week because I didn't have to spin everything. God. Okay, here's the thing. With just the base Master Sword, I have to use spin attacks to even damage Ganon in his base form. Like Phase 1 Ganon, I need to spin attack him. That's a pain in the butt. But Final Phase Ganon, where he's like teleporting around. Ah, fair. Final Phase Ganon, where he's teleporting around. That is also going to be a pain to deal with just the spin attacks because, I mean, he takes so many hits. Dang it, I was hoping that'd be the last item. Alright, well, the last item is going to be on the boss. See what we get. Also, I see I have Discord notifications. What do we got? Oh! That was so risky. I walked right into that guy. I don't know how that wall master didn't grab me. I should have been grabbed. Ow. Okay, let's get this guy. Getting him, getting him. It's fine if I get a little bit beat up. It's fine. The big key! Oh my god, they're gonna make me go to the other chest. Okay. I would be very interested to find out what's on the pedestal. I mean, we're gonna find out when we get the credits, but still. Alright, I'm gonna go back this way. I'll get the bomb out because I am going to just jump in the hole. Is that gonna hit? It is! Okay. And, oh my god, it was bombs. How fortuitous that I have bombs now. With which I can blow things up, of course. Alright, well, last dungeon is Turtle Rock. They did stay away. I collected no useful items out of Skull Woods there. At least not on that trip. I collected one useful item on my first trip in. Stay away from me, giant green boulders. Dead rocks, we hate ye. Alright. Okay, so I never bothered to check what what medallion was required for the entrance here. Because I do have them all, so that's, you know, inconsequential. I want to guess Ether? Quake. Oh, it's vanilla. Oh, look, it's rupees. Something sharp is in Mimic Cave. Oh, sword! Oh my god. That's news I can use. I'm absolutely going to collect that. Spinning Ganon is going to be a pain in the butt, but if I get a sword upgrade, less so. There's our big key. Alright. Alright. Let's grab these last two things up here. They are heart piece and small key. Go ahead and zoop on back to the front, so I can once again grab the full magic. Full magic there. Very useful. God, something sharp in Mimic Cave. I am just... It's so nice. It's so nice to know that that's there, waiting for me. Oh ho ho! I got the iframe trick off. If you get those blocks to pop up and give you invincibility frames, you can use them to walk right through those chain chomps. It requires some precise timing. I usually don't get it, but it's usually worth a try. Also, Taco just finished. The time of 1 hour 46 minutes. Taco, this is a long seed. What are you doing? Alright, we will be the ball again. Give me that key. I have another chest to go get. So bad about this dungeon. I need to get everything, because I don't know when I can skip things. It has complex routing. I'm just gonna fire rod these guys. No sense in mucking about. Okay, so we are absolutely going out this way. Right over here, use our mirror to get whatever the hell is in this cave. Oh my god. There. Okay. Sword. So it was written, so it is done. We have a tempered blade now, with which I can actually hurt Ganon. And there's the book. Okay. Oh. Oh. I was like, I have 2 Discord notifications. One of them I knew was Wordle. So I was like, what's the other one? The other one is Wordle in a different server. Presumably. Yeah. I also posted my amazing Metazoo score from earlier today in that server, so I thought maybe somebody might have commented on that. I managed to get the animal in just one guess. It's a complete fluke. I guess the same damn thing every day as a good starter. And today it just happened to be the animal in question. I do need a small key. Ow. Compass. Alright, container. No! This is an advanced technique that often ends up with you going into a pit. Ugh. Beetle. Half magic. There's our small key. What's the last chest got for me? Silver arrows, worth it. Oh my god. Ganon just became a joke. I did not intend to make Ganon quite so trivial, but here we are. Oh, the arrows are in the tower. Oh god, yeah, when they're actually, like, that well hidden. It's like, why did you keep them, Ganon? Why did you not throw them away? Why did you not seal them in a concrete block so that nobody could ever find the thing you are weak to? He's not a smart pig. Okay, fire head first with the ice rod. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Don't you do it. Alright, well the floor's a little slippery. It's fine. I don't anticipate walking on that side of the room. Pretty good. Relatively clean fight, except that he managed to make the floor a little slippery. And a heart piece. Yay! Alright. Well, I had considered going over and checking the ether tablet when I go over to Ganon's tower, but not really a lot of point in that right now. I mean, what could it possibly be that I need, you know? But then again, it is fun to pick things up. Let's go get it. This is so stupid. Ladies, come on out of your crystals. Do your thing. I do love that they're like... It's like the 7 maidens are the last descendants of the 7 wise men. I'm like, okay, so all of these families just happen to only have 1 kid at this point. Sure. $5! So useful. Like, what if they have a sibling? Would they need to put 2 of them in the crystal then? What if one of the lines of the 7 wise men just never had kids? It could happen. There's a heart piece, and the blue cane. Okay, let's check the left side. Alright. I'm dashing incredibly squirrely. Alright, let's see what's going on up here. We have small key, heart piece, compass, and small key. Yeah, I'll grab those arrows. Arrows are actually useful because they're made of silver. let's see what's in this chest. Red boomerang. Interesting. Don't imagine I need it. Fun to get, though. No! I didn't get the bonk. Ugh. Normally I jump over that guy. Oh, look at that. It's the big key. And thus we begin our ascent of the tower. Slightly banged up, but that's fine. Get that guy out of my way. Grab those. These mimics here. No, I'm not gonna get the key dash in that room, specifically because I was already off key. Okay, I should maybe be a little more careful with my magic, but also, That was a tactical move right there. By throwing myself into the pit, I gain invincibility frames. Which, let's be honest here, it is useful to be invincible. Ow! I'm getting bullied. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna powder this guy, get some health back from that fairy, and prepare my arrows. Ugh, fine. I'll fight him with the sword. My ability to hit those guys with arrows is not great. Also, I need the red cane next, I believe. Ah. Come on. I considered getting that. I'm not going to get that. Getting notifications that Leshy is playing Box Room. They were having some fun with that last time I dropped in on them. They'll probably be my target after I'm done this. Oh my god. It's the worst I've ever done it. Okay. I know I'm always like, I don't need all this stuff, so I shouldn't be grabbing all this stuff. But at this point, I think a heart piece might put me back up to full health, so that's a little bit useful. Alternatively, these guys will also put me up to full health. Oh look, $50. Okay, let's fight Moldorm again. Easy peasy. And I wonder if what kind of denomination of rupees is going to be in the last chest. 20. It's always rupees. I guess because if this is the point you're at, there can't be something in there that's necessary. So, the decent chance that it's just going to be cash. Like so many birthday cards from an uncle. Two hits. We're looking for 6. 4 hits. Oh, this one might not be so easy. No, this one, no hits on that round. 1, we just need 1 more. Alright, we got him. Dead wizard. Down he goes. And out comes Ganon. You know, I'm middle of the pack on Wordle last night. It's weird that it's asking me to play it again so much later than... Like, it seems like it slips around, you know? Alright, let's get this pig. Thanks for dropping in, hot air balloon passengers, sheep, duck, rooster. They all need to cross the river and they can't be left behind with a bag of grain. Alright, I'm gonna give him some space. So I'm pretty sure that's enough hits now. It wasn't! Oh my gosh. I'm gonna drink my red potion. I got it for free from the Pyramid Fairy. She hates you, Ganon. She thinks you suck. Alright, he's in the next phase. I just need to hit him when he hops. Or hit him when he stands still to make him hop. He's going to be very concerned that I have his the silver arrows. Hello, Mr. Pigman. And he's dead. Very nice. I just need to go through the door. Once the fanfare is over. Relatively clean Ganon fight. I mean, I did take a bunch of hits and drank a red potion, but it's fine. You know. And we're done. Alright. Second place. Ah. Yeah. I'll take that second place, sure. I don't mind that one bit. Considering there's only 3 of us, second place is once again the middle of the pack. Hey Taco, welcome on in. Yeah, oh my god, you got through this so quick. You must have made some good decisions. Oh, Fire Rod Go mode. I imagine that's going to be the same for most of us. And I am curious what I'm going to see on the pedestal here. I wanted to find out what it was, but no book until much later. Oh, Samaria was yours. I don't even remember where I found that now. I know I didn't have it for Ice Palace or for Swamp Palace, because I wasn't able to do Icebreaker or Diver Down. Broken Heart. Okay, just health. Alright, that's fine. Right. So it was required, yeah. Normally I'm like, Pyramid Fairy is not typically something that, you know, yields useful results. But on the rare occasion... God. I did want that book, though. I did not find it in time to be useful whatsoever. Although I did end up reading the Ether Tablet, and it was just $5, so I don't imagine Bombos was much better. Let's see, my sprite was made by someone named Plowny. Excellent work, Plowny. This is a very fun sprite. I will be curious to see if I ever play it again what the final armor form was. The special thanks section, of course, also mentions Saku, the hostess of the race, who is still racing. Let's see. First sword in 2 minutes, flute in nearly an hour, mirror in 5 minutes, 8 boss kills with the Master Sword, and 3 with the Tempered Sword. Oh wow, my magic used and damage taken are off by 2. That's really funny close. 1167, 1165. 54 bonks, 10 save and quits, no deaths, no fairy revivals. 2 minutes, 20 seconds spent in menus, and just over 9 minutes spent lagging. 173 out of 216 items collected. Total time, 2 hours, 2 minutes, 39.5 seconds. Or, if we go by a more accurate timer, 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 31 seconds. Alright. That was an interesting seed. I'm going to leave a comment, I guess. I got a comment. Fire Rod Go mode, some trolley placements tonight, 173 out of 216. Alright. Alright. Yeah. So, I guess this is where we say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, it's Monday for you. I just uploaded some Fallout, so there's going to be something new for you on Wednesday. Come on back in 2 days. There will be additional footage.